And hello, ladies and gentlemen! It is a pleasure to be back here after a 1 week break, but we're here for the Grand Prix of Emilia-Romagna. And of course, today I'm joined alongside Ethan Mills. Say hello, mate.
Hello, everyone. As we're going to quickly jump to the championship standings. As we can see, you have Quail Racing and Helm topping both championships by 13 points. You have DGP in P2 with, I don't think it's DGP anymore, I'm not quite sure on the team, but you have Jones in P2 and DGP in P2, which I will check our sports guide, which is now 2012 Racing in P2. Then you have in P3, my co-commentator, his own team, Breaking Point Racing, with Samuel Ivanov in P2. P3, in drivers' standings, you have, Daniel Packel driving for Racetech Esports. In P4 for drivers, you have Juan Grammage. In P5, what is it? No, P5 you have Juan Grammage in the Drivers' Championship. P6 you have Timo Nathaniel. And P4 in the team standings is Milamaj Racing with Juan Grammage and Jason Milanov. In P5 you have Racetech Esports with Daniel Packel and... Where's Racetech Esports? Daniel Packel and Michael Schwann. And then finally in P6 you have Beju Racing Honda with Timo Nathaniel and Max Roma. As now we get to the on-track action where we have about 15 minutes of practice remaining.
Yep, and as you can see, we're now on to the circuit now of the beautiful Imola circuit, which is located, I believe, in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. And of course, this circuit has produced a lot of moments, good or bad. Of course, the good one is, for me, the battle between Alonso and Schumacher in 2005, where we saw that incredible fight. Then you have the 1994 Grand Prix, where we tragically lost, in my opinion, the greatest racing driver of all time, Ayrton Senna. And now, of course, 2021, we've had the Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton clash, which rumbled Twitter a lot, as you can imagine. But yeah.
Oh my god, how have I got 3 cars that I haven't got skin for?
We got some white cars here on the grid again. So the teams are wage stripping to the stream again. And, yeah. So right now we're looking at practice, 16 minutes left, and there doesn't seem to be a lot happening, but by the way, I've heard, Ethan, what's going to be the strategy here today? What do you think the drivers are going to go for? Are they going to go for a 1-stop or a 2-stop?
Oh, I'm not cool. Jason.
Oh my god!
Jason terrifying us there.
That was the biggest tank slapper. Trying to get the word out.
Can't tell if he was trying to keep it going forward or just warming up the tyres. I think they were a bit too warm because he was cooling them down just there.
Yeah, that was...
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh! He catches it though. I'm not sure why he's struggling so much. Maybe the mediums are not as good as the super softs. I assume he's on mediums, but...
No, the mediums would be bad. It would be worse than super softs. So you can see...
Yeah, by the way, those are the two allocated tire car outputs. They've got the super soft and the medium tires, so it's a real question if the drivers will go for a 2-stop, for super soft, medium, or will they go medium, super soft, or mediums, or super soft, mediums.
As we ride on board with the Bijou Racing car of Max Roma, I don't seem to have his skin downloaded, but I do have his teammates. Seems.
That's what happens when teams modify their liveries. Every race, this stuff happens, but it's whatever, as long as you got a driver name. And by the way, if you're following along as well, that's a spin, not the hairpin. That's Warwick in Tish driving for its Dame Racing team, and Oh no, that's the wrong car. That's the wild card entry we got today. Actually, Marek Kencic, wild card entry here today, driving by himself, not without a teammate.
Hmm. As he seems to be having the car going forwards now, just sort of taking it off the road to return to the pit lane. As watching board with
As
Alexander Radikov.
for Lamborghini Technologies. And let's see what his lap time. I'm not sure if he'll be very competitive, but let's see what he's gonna do. He's gonna wait it, but that was very close to the pits. But that's kind of the line you want to take at Imola, don't you?
Yeah.
Just want to get as close to the pit as possible.
I mean, I think I saw a couple of people before we put out there using more of the track than there was there down the main straight. Whoa, it goes round, keeping it out of the barriers and not beaching it in the gravel.
Through the Tamburello chicane. I believe that's Tamburello.
As we watch Jason Milanov coming through Upcom Minerale now. That's like the only corner I know the name of.
Through, I believe, Variante Rojo. The Variante Rojo chicane. Ooh, that's a spin in the background again. I think it must be one of the Force Tunisias. That was Max Romer in the race Bijou Racing Honda team.
As Jason finishing a lap, he's about almost 2/10 off his best time, it seems. So we watch how much of the green he's using.
Ethan, we're getting a word here, and apparently the team principal of Belushi Honda and the rest and the other teams who don't have their skins displayed on the stream are getting unhappy, and they're gonna sue us if we don't put them on. So I recommend that we tune off the circular and we go download their skins so we keep the sponsors happy.
Yep. I will quickly just look. Where do I find it? Where are the skins?
Yeah. Of course, ACF1, no budget caps here, so teams want to earn as much as possible as they spend as much as possible here. So, trying to, get your sponsors on the broadcast is crucial for some of these teams here to gain some money. As Jason is sending it fully through the Variante Auto chicane.
As we quickly jump back to the team's championship whilst I fix the issue that we're having. as we are back after updating a few of the skins for the drivers on track, we return trackside at Imola. Are you there? Yep.
We're
Ooh.
back. Oh, that's a spin! Double spin, in fact!
That was a car stopped into a car spinned.
That was a double whammy there for that car.
Oh my. Who is that driver that stopped? They haven't set a lap time yet, it doesn't seem. Is that Phoenix? Phoenix is stopped.
That's 2012. No, that's for Tunisia. I'm right.
Yeah, it's Fulvio Phoenix.
Oh, Fulvio Phoenix! I forgot to mention him. He's a debutant here tonight at the ACF1. This is his debut tonight, and he's looking definitely to impress the teams out there.
As you can see him stopped on the track. As he returns to pit lane. Right on the board with, I don't know, how do you pronounce his name? Then you know.
Sarah Muhalatova.
Muhalatova.
Which is another debutant here tonight, as she's racing on behalf of the lead ball racing community for the 2012 Motorsport team, which is based in Great Britain, and yeah, she's looking to impress tonight with her debut. She's pressing so far in P4 though, so she's definitely gonna bear that to the car really quick. Oh, as we say that, she's been into the barrier. Oh my goodness, that was a big one!
Big crash there as we watch Jason Milanov crossing the line. We are right on board with him.
As Ethan, you might have received an email from. By the way, I should say, sorry for the issues with the sponsors. We very much apologize, and yeah. And there we go. I think the stream should be better to all of the viewers here. The mega jobs we have. As we're gonna have one more driver, I think, joining us. Antoine Robet, who sadly his car has had suspension issues, and he's having to come into the. Yeah. As we have Fulvio Phoenix here on pole with, as he's going very, very smoothly. And, yeah, he's doing a very wonderful job so far on the circuit. Anyway, sorry guys, so we're back. We just had a little commercial break to play on the stream, and we're left with 1 minute to go, and Jason Blauroff is nog heel laat now. And yeah, Jason Blauroff van Holland now already passed Tambarello Chicane. Very good job on his behalf, very good stuff, and now he gets towards here the view of Chicane. Let's see how well he takes them. Very good first apex, very good second apex, absolutely sending it, and now through the hairpin. Let's see how well he takes. It takes too much inside. I think he might have scrubbed off a little bit too much speed, but he's accelerating very, very well. So I believe this will be turn 8. Let's see how brave he is into turn 8. Turns the car and just sticks, and he takes the corner absolutely beautifully now into I forgot the name of it. Oh, that's a little bit sideways. It into the wall, and now be another 150,000 pounds gone for a front wing. Is Finn is gonna follow him? No, he's not. Like, he's very stable out of the corner right there. Very good job on him, and let's see how he takes it through Variante Ota as the session has officially ended. And the drivers are right now starting their final laps here practice. So let's see how well the debutant in the first DJ study. Who will be the rookie here? The rookie of the day between Fully Felix and Sarah Michalova is looking like to be. And let's see who will do their best job as this Rockstar sponsored Porsche Tunisia has just finished across the final corner. Let's see, can he improve with his lap time? Can he stick it further than 5th? It's time to see. And I don't think that's an improvement on his behalf.
No, so after practice, we have Samil Ivanov in first position for Breaking Point Racing with an 18.2, and then you have Peter.
Pick up the breaking point.
You have Peter Jones in P2 Racing for 2012 Racing with an 18.5, 3/10 off. And then another 10th off of Jones. You have Timo Nathaniel P4. You have not Samuel.
Sarah.
And you have Jason
Sarah
P4.
Mochalovdova. You P5.
Jason Milanov P4. Sarah P5. Phoenix in P6. Martin Hell in P8. Alexander Rudakov. Martin Hell P7. Alexander Rudakov P8. Max Roma P9. And Martin and Marek Nisht P10.
That's your top 10 indeed, and
lots of debutants doing very well, sort of holding it in P10.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with 14 runners for tonight's Grand Prix, half the 26th grid, half the grid racing tonight, which is great to see, of course, that so many people are signing up to race here. And yeah, it's lovely to see. As we have the F3 getting warm up now. Ethan, qualifying ahead. Who is going to be pole position tonight?
Well, I think I can guess who you would like to be pole position. But I think...
I mean, I'm not going to have a bias to say Samuel fast in practice means he must be fast in qualifying, right?
It depends what tyre the other driver is on, because other drivers might have only used mediums in practice, so that they can save. Maybe they can save a set of softs for qualifying.
Yeah, maybe, but
and
we're gonna have to see.
Like, just see how their pace is, because maybe they were doing like higher fuel loads, higher fuel runs. Sort of some drivers that had done a lot of qualifying practice and sort of wanted to get a bit of race practice in just for the race, see how the car felt on high fuel. So maybe some of these drivers were doing high fuel runs, and now the tanks are going to be like almost empty with like only enough liters to get the hot lap done and get the slow lap back in done.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be very, very interesting.
As we wait 3 minutes until the session starts. I apologise for any lag that may appear throughout the sessions. Technical issues.
And yeah, as we have 2 minutes left, as we have the feature race right now in Formula 3. Let's see who is going to be winning tonight. And Arthur Leclerc starting on pole position, so Arthur Leclerc should, in theory, win the race. And yeah, let's see. I mean, we should have one more driver joining us. Hopefully he joins us, and I think he's joining us. I think Antoine Robert is loading to the sub right now, so he's gonna be able to make it to qualifying, but he is gonna be a little bit out of practice, unless he's practiced in the pre-weekend testing that was here at Imola.
As we have 1 minute 50, as we have a couple of feeder series running quickly.
Yep, when looks like that'll be the grid, I think, for tonight. Maybe I don't think we're gonna see any more races here tonight. Which, I mean, to be fair, we've got a full roster of Minty Fresh, Lamborghini Tech, Breaky Point Racing will be 20. I hate this team name. 2012 Motorsport and the Noah Belushi Racing team. And for the drivers that only have one driver of their cars, Mimila Sports, Imrak Racing, and it's Dame Racing, and also the debutant of Force Tunisia for Fulvio Phoenix.
As I think Phoenix could do well. It's just sort of what pace he can find.
I think Phoenix he does very well, like on his second to last lap of qualifying. That's where he fully sends it, which I find very amusing, for me at least.
As you can see, drivers just explaining sort of car setups to each other and sort of small bits that maybe it can make the car a bit easier to drive.
Back in my day, drivers were so nice to each other. The F1 has gone soft, ladies and gentlemen.
F1 has gone soft. Normally they wouldn't share setup tips. Yeah, lots of drivers trying to turn the
yeah, the drivers are sharing
little comments.
As qualifying is live, the green flag has dropped, and the session is about to get underway. So let's see who's going to be the first driver out on the grid, or no, there we go. Cars are out. That is Force Tunisia. For the Force Tunisia, I believe a Fulvio Phoenix will be. And as Pietro Lagini has disconnected from the server, which is quite interesting. Yeah, this will be Fulvio Phoenix, I believe, for right here. Yep, Fulvio Phoenix, followed by Mid Melage Racing, which is Jason Milanov. And then right here, we can't really quite see the third car, unfortunately. In the background, was going to now following Fulvio Phoenix on his out lap. And his ventures are, I believe that's the 2012
cars.
I believe that's one of the 2012 motorsport cars behind. And yeah, he seems to be doing a very good outlap so far. They haven't crashed yet, which is a bonus, but see, Phoenix is sending it really on this outlap. Oh, that's why you don't send it on an outlap. He really spun gonna start a qualifying lap.
I think these cars seem to be like a big struggle to get any traction on uphill sections, because Crocodile at Kailami is very similar to Aqua Minerale, and they were struggling at Crocodile there as well.
Oh, Crocodile. the infamous Crocodile.
They were struggling in Kailami, where it wasn't sort of a medium speed uphill traction zone, and they struggle in Aqua Minerale as well. So I think that's just sort of a characteristic of the car more than a characteristic of the track. They're very similar corners, and drivers are struggling at both. As we ride on board for a hot lap. We turn 1 and 2 looking very good, yeah. Into Villeneuve.
Into the hairpin now. Let's see how well Fulvio Phoenix takes it. He does very, very well. And yeah, he's been doing a stellar job so far. Yes, he's now into the double right-hander here, the very last. And yeah, he seems to be doing a very good job now into Variante Alta chicane. Let's see how well he's gonna take Variante Alta. He munches on the curb, munches on those curves very well. And
interesting to see for the layout that we're using, there isn't any curbing on the exit of that chicane there. There's a lot less curbing used than there is in the real life.
But yes, the Philippines just finished his first lap, which is a second of Emilia-Romagna, which is a 79 already. He's doing an amazing job so far.
As Milnov is 4 seconds off of pole position at the minute. That doesn't seem like a representative time, because our fastest time in practice was 1:18.2, so we've already broken that barrier with one lap. So
yeah,
then we might have a big switch up in the grid order if the drivers are this much faster.
Yeah, it's just right now, like drivers, maybe someone would just making sure they get at least one decent qualify lap in, and then they'll fully spend it. Ooh, that's a spin out Ravazza. That's straight in, and L plan is an L plan. And yep, he's off. Let's have Marek Hitch, the wild card entry here for tonight. This is no. As Timo goes second in the Benuji. Noah Benuji Racing Honda team, 8.5 tenths of Samuel Ivanov though, and with 15 minutes to go, expecting some more lap. Sarah Mikhailova has just started her out lap as one of the Mint team drivers has put a set of lap time, and Timo has spun on his second lap, I do believe, and they're into the pits. But Sarah
and Samuel returned to the pit lane as well. As I think that's Will KB going P6.
That does a very good job so far, and through the fast left-hander here of turn 8, I want to say he will be. She's doing a very good job now into Aquana Minerale. He does a very slidey, but car stepped out a little bit, but she's controlled it, which is most important thing. And now we go to Variante Alta chicane. Let's see how she takes it. Doesn't take as much curb as you would expect. Doesn't run to the green stuff. And now she's looking close for a very good lap. Now to the last 2 corners left of Ravazza. Let's see how well she's gonna take them. Well, the real last 2 corners, I should say, Ravazza, because the last corner of Variante Bassa doesn't really count. Yeah, Variante Bassa. And let's see where she's going to be on the grid.
Go third.
She's going to be third. So that's a very good lap from Sarah. Puts a P3, the rookie, in front of Phoenix by 5 tenths. So Phoenix needs to get his game up. Ooh. For sure.
Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of drivers sort of on the same place on track. If we look in the bottom right, there's sort of like just groups of 2 drivers going through the Tosa.
As Will KB, which is I believe one of the main friendship, that is Will KB from Singapore. I do believe he's put it in P8, so only 3.7 seconds off the pace though. Let's head towards the Villeneuve chicane. Oh, and
internet issues, great. Was that just for him? It seems, because all the other drivers are still on track.
Yeah. He got a message from his he got a message from his girlfriend that she's alone. He decided to go to make a run for it. And
he needed to extremely cool his tires, so instead of using the grass, he used the grandstand.
And yeah, but he fully thinks now forwards after the hairpin for Tulsa. No, that would be Tulsa, would it? Yeah, that Tulsa hairpin. Yeah, that would be Tulsa hairpin. And yeah, this is definitely very interesting here at a very good qualifying lap it looks like, for sure. And yep, he's doing a very good job. As he has towards now the Rivazza, third 14 and 15. 17 and 18, I should say. And towards Variate Bassa. That's the final corner now. Let's see, right up to the line. Let's see what the lap time is it going to be. Is it going to be a good improvement? That was an improvement, but only P4, so coming from Sarah, but it's a tenth in there. It's a tenth between those two drivers there.
Yeah.
I think that'll be Antoine Robert maybe falling behind. Going for chicane. That is, yes, that's my boy Antoine Robert, who is an absolute driving business. Yes, towards the view of chicane, he takes the absolute beautiful. We have a car backing out there. I believe it's one of the Dame Racing cars backing out. Or was that the wildcard entry? I couldn't really see, but now Antoine Robert now accelerating through Tosa now. Turn 8 into Piratella. The turn 9 right-hander, let's see. Commits it. Smart Hell, I believe, puts in a PA for Menti Fresh, but now Aquana Mininali, very tricky corner to get right. You want to enter as much speed as possible, scrub off as much speed as possible into the second braking zone, and now into towards the Variante Auto Chicane. He's going to take a lot of combos, and Antoine Robert, let's see now on his lap, let's see. Oh, he avoided the first curve, which is very interesting. A lot of the drivers took the first curve, but Antoine decided to go against it. And now into the Rivazza, now into turn 6 in the Little King right here. And now you brake pretty much instantly into Rivazza. The turn 17, the turn 18, the Rivazza complex. And he gets pretty much spot on, and now throws the final corner, Lil right here, King, which is on the corner, really, but we gotta call it a corner for Variante Bassa, and it was an out lap.
Was it an out lap?
I think. Oh well. I thought that could be a qualifying lap, but sorry, that's what happened.
Timo just behind him next in pit lane as he starts what could be a flying lap.
Yep, for sure, and
as we go down to the Villeneuve chicane here, very fast. You can sort of take the first corner of Villeneuve chicane, almost flat and sort of braking as you go into there, compared to sort of braking before you turn into the corner. You can brake sort of just as you turn in. Take sort of the best line using it. You really want to be using a good amount of curve there. At least I would.
Yeah, but I think that's the best way you can approach it. That corner right there. But yeah, I mean, Antoine Robert, of course, Breaking Point Racing. I believe he scored 2 points, I believe, last time at Kalami after taking advantage of some returns. Oh, that's a half spin into Variante Auto. He locked the rears there. That wasn't the fronts, that was the rears. So maybe a little bit too much rear brake bias. You might want to tune that out.
For these cars, for any Formula car, you do want to have a lot of rear brake bias.
That was front, wasn't it? That was the front lockup.
Because it seems, I think for a lot of drivers, they'd prefer to have oversteer than understeer going into the corner. So then at least if you do lock the rears, you can try and sort of save it enough and make it around the corner. And it'll be faster than sort of locking the fronts and understeering all the way out the corner.
Understandable. As we have 9 minutes left this qualifying session, and everybody except Pietro Lugini in the Lamborghini Tech has gone out for a lap right now.
Setting a 2:09.
Let's see the DHL Lenovo sponsored Lamborghini technology car. Let's see how well he does. He takes the Tamperello chicane pretty well. Now into the Villeneuve chicane. He does take that very well. Oh, that's too wide, and that'll be track limits. And Charlie won't be happy with that one.
No.
The Charlie Whiting won't be happy with his interpretation of track limits, and that will be definitely disqualified. Lap time deleted after this, and he's gonna go for another cooldown lap and probably put in a hot lap. He's still pushing. He looks like he's still pushing. Maybe he's just trying to see what he could have done.
Oh, this Martin Hell goes faster. It's interesting to see. An interesting characteristic with this car is normally for sort of corners where it's sort of where it's quite dramatically uphill. Normally you'd see like the cars have a lot more grip as they're going up, so they're being pushed into the ground. But for this car, it seems to be that lots of instances where it sort of like it dramatically rises. The cars seem to have not that much grip, and so struggle to get out of the corner.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, because these are Formula cars, you know, they're quite tricky, and of course, These cars are quite experimental because this was the first year of these regulations of Formula One. And it's lovely to see that we're racing these machines again because, of course, the double diffuser systems were, this was what I believe one of the first cars to use a double diffuser system, and
a little
it
bit
shows.
Of a slide out of the Variante chicane.
Variante Alta.
Variante Alta. There we go.
And in route to into Rivazza.
The minty fresh car.
It's quite minty, and it's quite fresh. It's a little bit of grass heading.
His teammate was going off in the background there as he crosses the line to go faster, but not fast enough to gain the position. As still the only driver to break the 117 barrier is Samuel
that
Ivanov.
was very close by Max Roma. 1.0 from. Oh no! Wait, why am I shouting about 120 when the last time one qualifying is 117? I got
It's very interesting that the only driver to set a 117 is Samuel Ivanov at the moment.
I mean, the man right now is just. That is the reason why he's wearing the Lewis Hamilton helmet and why he's
#blessed.
Yeah, #blessed, #goated, better than Schumacher,
What a comment there! What a comment!
I mean, I wouldn't be out of order if I'm honest. If
lots of drivers
Lewis
coming through,
that.
lots of drivers in the first sector as Samuel sort of closes up to a lot of traffic.
I mean, this is the kind of the middle part of the session. Oh my god!
What
So
car
we
was
were,
that?
believe it was a minty fresh, I want to say, but anyway, Samuel.
But it might
So
have been
we're
a
still
Lamborghini
going
coming.
green.
He's
So
still going green. Oh my!
That shows you the amount of commitment this man
That
had.
was a code brown. For us
Yeah,
commentators, I can't imagine the driver.
Into the Piratella turn 9, he takes. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was disgustingly beautiful. Into Variante Qualiminale.
You cooling the
Oh,
tires
that's
a
a
bit on the
lockup.
grass.
That was a lockup though, so his tires are gonna be a little bit weird towards the end of the lap into Variante Alta. Let's see, is he improving? Oh, he's 2 days out, but he absolutely
He's
sends it
flying.
through the chicane. He flew through the chicane, ironically, now into the little kick of turn 16. And they're heading to, and right now, he right here, break as soon as possible into Rivazza. Let's see, oh, that was a lockup of the front left, I want to say, into the Rivazza. He runs a little bit wide, and I don't think the lap will be good enough as Pichel Linguini puts a 21 and sets a personal best. Well, let's see what. No, I don't think this will be good enough.
18.4.6. So
which I think that was too far.
Jason Milanov goes second. He hasn't quite broken the 17 mark yet.
Jason only 1/10 off Ivanov. It is the Bulgarian 1-2.
Peter
It's
Jones.
a Bulgarian 1-2.
Very wide out of the Villeneuve chicane into Tosa.
Can we just take a moment and appreciate that it's a Bulgarian 1-2 at the moment?
It's a
Bulgarian 1-2 at the moment.
Goes fourth for the Czech driver.
Zara had ran out the other rookie of Fulvio Phoenix, and I believe we got another rookie in Martin Inch, the wildcard entry, or Casper.
A 3-4 for 2012 racing at the moment. Oh, as he spins!
Oh, that's a spin for Peter Jones. The championship leader has spun it.
As his teammate is coming through into Acqua Minerale now. Can she keep
Actually,
it on the track?
that's not the championship leader. It's Alex Gibbs is the championship leader.
We don't actually have the championship leader racing tonight, so
yeah,
we never know. He might lose it.
He's the closest thing to the championship league, I guess you could say. Jones right now on the second P2. 13 points to gain if he wants to be in the league tonight. As for Samuel, it's
That's a 19.6 from Alexander Rudakov. Still, only one driver making it into the 117s.
Santoro Bep goes P9, so good job.
Sarah goes P3, passing her teammate.
Sarah passed her teammate P3. Absolute stellar job of a rookie performance. As we have 3 minutes left in the session, and I assume some of the drivers right now are going to be starting their final runs. So James Milanov is fully sending it right now into the Rivazza complex. As Phoenix goes P5. Phoenix puts in P5 right now. This is where the drivers now have gained their confidence and now they can be comfortable saying, hey, I can fully send it, I've got a good qualifying lap in. And Jason goes second right now, but is he gonna keep it up? And Jason is fighting for pole position with his fellow countryman, Samuel Ivanov.
As we come out of the first chicane into the Villeneuve chicane. From Tamburello into Villeneuve chicane down to Tosa.
Yeah. So taken very well.
Good exit there, it looks like. Didn't see too much wheel spin, didn't see the rear end step out too much.
Yeah, turn 8 low, kicking out into Pitarella. Pitarella!
And into Aquaminerale.
Proving very tricky. Aquaminerale.
Bit of the grass, getting good exit, using a lot
that
of
might be track limits!
That
might be track limits!
We'll have to see how he continues pushing the lap to see if that is track limits or not.
Yeah, that might have been, but we're not going to confirm it and not deny it.
Weaving a lot on that exit, it seemed, so it might be track limits.
And now into the... that's too wide! Yeah, he's coming to the pits, and that might be his final run, unless he can get out in time. And Samuel, I think, preparing to start his lap time.
Samuel, I think... Yeah, you'd have to like do a stupidly fast flying lap now. Yeah, there's no way. As all the drivers on track, this is their lap times now. This is all they have.
Oh, Samuel, that was the first lap of Samuel.
Samuel in a 17.7.
17.7, and there's 2 drivers ahead of him fighting, and Samuel won't be happy about that, as he's fully sending it, trying to somehow get into the 16s bracket here, and trying to assert his dominance over his fellow drivers for the Giovinovski. Look at the commitment.
He's getting a
Look
bit
at
of
how
a
committed he is.
slipstream there. As he comes over on him.
He definitely got blocked, and that might be investigated by the stewards of the race.
As that, I think
and
that was Max Roma, yeah, it was Max Roma
from Noah Benucci Racing, yeah. Samuel will be very furious.
I think as long as I think he'll be furious, but I think he'll be fine with it as long as he can keep pole position.
Yeah, but we don't know what that lap could have been, you know, because the car looked glued. And with 10 seconds left to go,
we're not quite sure how the lap
where's Jason Milanov on circuit? Where's Jason Milanov on
Jason Milanov
he's off for the Rivazza! He's off for the Rivazza, and he's absolutely furious with his performance. As Peter Jones has just started their lap. Peter Jones has just started their lap.
First lap in time.
Tamburello
into Villeneuve.
Where's Fulvio Phoenix on circuit? Where's Fulvio Phoenix on circuit?
He is at Aquaminerale now.
That's his lap over!
Spin.
Lap over for Peter Jones at 22 Motorsports, who will probably get the lockout 30 and 4th round, unless Fulvio like been improving.
He's only 5/10 off pole at the moment, so I think he could go faster.
He could, if he's 5/10, I'll put him in P3 right now, splitting.
See how his final sector looks.
Rivazza, that was beautiful for Rivazza. Now into the final kink bracket, let's see. Is he gonna be P3? Is he gonna split? Is he gonna split the cars? No!
He goes fast, but he doesn't quite split.
Doesn't improve. Rudakov now we're on with.
Rudakov doesn't quite
for
look
Lamborghini
like a
technology
fast lap at the minute.
Maybe he's already made a mistake. We're not sure. So for now, Max Roma. Where's Max actually? The driver started. Lamborghini is crossing the line. I think that was an lap, and that's qualifying over. So it's a Bulgarian 1-2. It's a historic event here at ACF1. The Bulgarians lock out the front row, and it's definitely going to be an interesting fight into turn 1.
Yeah, Samuel was 3/10 faster. As very dominant pole position. Especially with sort of somewhat spec cars we have here, where every car is the same. The difference in setup and just how much more comfortable Samuel was. He sat that on a medium tire as well.
No, that must be super soft. She's changing tires for the race, and so he's already leaked that he'll be starting on the mediums. for the race, so
as
he
he's,
might be a little bit vulnerable at the start.
sarcastically saying that he's put the 2019 Ferrari engine, obviously at the beginning of the season where it was just stupidly broken, and the 2020 Mercedes Aero package to set the 117 that he has there. As running through the top 5, we have Samuel Ivanov in P1 by 0.3 of a second. And then Jason Milanov in P2 by 0.5 second to P3. And then the gaps sort of close up a bit where P3 is only like 0.5 tenth, only about 5,000th faster than P4, with Pete Jones in P4 and Sarah in P3. That's a 3-4 for the 2012 team. Great first run out for them. And in P5 we have what is it? Force Tunisia in P5. P6 we have Bijou Racing with Timo Nathaniel, only about 1/10 back there. And then there's a massive sort of 8/10, almost a second gap between P6 and P7. And then P8 is about 1/10 of P7, and there's about 0.5 tenth to Max Romer in P9. So it's a very spread out grid today.
So right now, Ivanov will be getting 25 points, which will be enough to gain the lead of the championship if he wins tonight. Jason, if he gets 18 points, let's say results keep like this, he will be sorted into 3rd, I think. If he does score those points. But yeah, it's definitely very interesting here tonight. Who I think we're gonna have a new championship leader. The question is it gonna be Ivanov or is it gonna be maybe Jones?
It's interesting that we're missing a lot, like not a lot, but we're missing some like crucial runners.
I mean, Overdrive isn't racing, Race Tech Esports isn't racing,
neither drivers racing.
Aquale Racing isn't racing. Europroton hasn't raced in a little while, from what I remember. So, yeah, it's definitely very, very interesting right now.
Yeah, our championship leader at the moment, he only has 13 points, and he isn't going to be gaining any points today. So, I think Peter Jones. How many points is it for first position? Is it the same as real life?
I don't think it got a pole position.
For winning the race, is it be 25 in the same as real life? Okay.
And you got fast lap point though, so some people trying to go for that early in the race, I see.
As we have Jason telling everyone, don't drive the car on the soft tyre, or not on the soft tyre. Don't drive the car on mouse, because even though he's P2, he seems to be struggling keeping a lot of pace. As Samuel's giving strategy advice to the drivers with saying that they should try a medium super soft.
I was actually thinking that was gonna be medium super softs, but or super soft mediums.
I mean, clearly for how long these races are, I think the tyres last too long because for this league they decided to put 200% tyre wear on compared to how it is set up within the normal tyres. And so we have Will KB saying that he's thinking his computer may crash mid-race, so we'll just have to see if we have any disconnects there. As Jason's saying that he probably shouldn't rejoin us, he's going to be quite far behind.
Anyway, we're on the grid for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Drivers are lined up on the grid. Peter now, Samuel second, Jason's alongside him. The Bulgarsko trio. Suave Bulgaria.
It's interesting to see that both 2012 racing cars, 2012 motorsport cars are starting on the super soft, as well as both Bijou Racing Honda. Both of those cars are starting on the super soft as well. Which is very interesting to see strategy choice. Seems to be they're going for a super soft medium maybe.
And yeah, as we now check out, the lights are on. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights, and it's go for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Somebody who seems to get up to a mega star. He's doing a very good job so far. This is a very good job so far. Oh, that was a big crash in the background. That was a big crash in the background. I'm not sure what happened, but that was the big one in the background. That's 2012 motorsport. That's a double
Peter
spin.
Jones.
Then Peter Jones is out. He's not out, but
major championship contender is out of contention.
And somebody goes from white. What is going on?
Samuel has already pulled almost 3 seconds to the next driver. As Phoenix is side by side with Martin Howell.
Just squeeze him a little bit, but Phoenix goes up to pizza. It's just incomparable racing. It's just incomparable racing for here. As
Lugini has disconnected.
Linguini is over first retirement, I think, here of the night. And Peter Jones, it's down to P11 after such a promising qualifying. P4, Rudakov, I think, was lighting up a green, in red, sorry, so I'm not sure what's going on. But Timo Natani up to P4, Sarah down to P6 for 2012 Motorsports. And 2020 Motorsports, you have to say if you've got a mare here.
We need to try and see what happened at that race start again, because that was hectic.
We're gonna have to analyze it post-race.
It seemed just like someone in the mid pack just randomly just sort of lost the rear end, or there was some sort of contact where they just covered the entire track, which may have involved Pietro Linguini.
Jason Milanov down to P5, and now it's
Ivanov. He is P1 by 2
Phoenix
seconds.
Is catching.
Phoenix is catching.
Phoenix is on super sauce, I do believe. Also, so.
Phoenix did start on super sauce, as well as both Bijou Racing and 2012 Motorsport Racing.
So Antoine Robert is in the pits, maybe to fix suspension damage. You would assume he is in the pits right now.
As we look at Will KB, who is P11 at the moment. I'm not quite sure where he started. I think it was further back in the grid. As we can see the
Minty Fresh
row 3 all punched up. As you can see Pete Jones trying to close up on the pack ahead of
the wildcard entry here, and Rudakov battling there. That was a little bit of a puff of smoke there in front. I'm not sure who that was, but that might have been Shaquin driving for the
as Phoenix has closed about half a second now, over half a second. As we
trying for
look as Pete Jones going for the move. Oh, and
he's
locked the rear tyres.
For Lamborghini has looked there. That was quite unexpected, but as Will KB says, the first lap of the race. Maybe it was like his personal best. I can't
I'm going to say that was personal best lap. As rejoining the track there.
That was very dangerous, my friend. And yeah, anyway, the lead is getting a little bit spicy, I think. Lead for sure is getting a little bit spicy.
Lock up from Samuel there. Lock up from Samuel.
But I think we're gonna battle between the wildcard entry Peter Jones right now. We should probably switch that also to midfield. Let's get some attention midfield. Peter Jones for the 2012 Motorsports now having to do a recovery job alongside her teammate who has only lost one position.
He's making Simon's contact.
That looked like there was a tap. That looked like a tap
there was
right
contact there, definitely. Both drivers seems to be fine. They might have lost a bit of time to the driver ahead. As he goes for a move.
He goes at the bottom. Oh, he's completely punted him off. That was completely on him. I'm sorry.
It looks like he sort of locked the rear tyres going into there as Phoenix sets the fastest lap here. Now his rear tyres he's struggling with quite a bit. Ooh.
Oh, battle for P6 between Sharky and Milano. Sharky for the race tech eSport team, I do believe.
It seems to be that Milan might be running higher wing maybe because.
Oh no, Sharky is for the Imrock Racing Mercedes team, the McLaren ripoff, and yeah, they seem to be doing a very good job.
Yeah, he closed up really fast on that straight, but then into the braking zone, he just had to brake earlier, so it might be a setup difference where Milanov's running quite high wing to be able to take the corners faster.
Into turn 9.
Imran's running...
That's the dirty air. That's the dirty air effect right there.
And maybe Imran's running lower wing to be able to gain more on the straights.
Aquaminilare.
Oh,
That's a spin on Aquaminilare! And he seems to be able to at least keep the engine running.
As
that's gonna lose some time.
At the front is closing quite a bit.
Maybe that shows you the difference between tires, the super softs and the mediums. Now, this is the battle for the race lead so far between Fulvio Vix and Jason Milano. I don't think Samuel will be fighting it too much because he knows.
There's 5/10 between them per lap.
Alright, he gets the slipstream and I think he's already gone past.
Yeah, it's very.
Yabbing to Tamparello, and I think Samuel might have just let him have it.
Samuel is giving him that and is just hoping to get an undercut when they pit, maybe.
And that is very, very interesting right now. The race of the lead, but now this is the part of the race where the drivers are, analyzing what happened at the start, what was their goal now for the race. For the Lamborghini E-Tech and Frutakov is just to finish, judging by his accident earlier. And,
I think for both the 2012 Motorsport cars, they'd also just be hoping to sort of get to a net
finishes.
Zero.
Point finishes.
I think for Sarah Milivatov, I think she'd just be hoping to get back to sort of a P4 where she was, P4, P3. And Pete Jones, he's probably just hoping for a top 5 maybe if he can really push hard enough, but I think P6 is probably his best aim.
Yeah, for sure. Things might have done a little bit of mistake because Samuel has caught him, I think, a little bit, but I don't think he'll have enough to go for a move. And Rudakov is chasing again. This time the minty fresh of VOKB from Singapore, the Singaporean race car driver, compared to the Russian race car driver. Let's see how well they do as we go towards under the bridge into the Rabatza complex. Ooh,
close there.
Very deep to the brakes as Pietro Laguini is still in the spun again!
Into the wall there, very hard collision. Now he's just waiting for the driver behind to pass, so he can spin the car back around. As we look to the 2012 Motorsport car, who had a
that was the battle between Hell and Nathaniel. This is interesting. And Sarah. That's
contact.
That's Antoine Robert. The lap
slowly to try and let them pass, sort of blocking off the minty fresh car.
I think that might have just been intentional but this gave it a great chance for
Antoine crashes there.
And that is so great scene. See through the team principal breaking point racing, cough. And yes, Sarah up to P4 now, return to competition. Martin Hell!
Still
he caught it well. And Jason Milano right behind him. The battle now for the lead is getting very, very spicy. As I think Phoenix might be starting to lose that edge on the super soft tires. 7 laps in already, so yeah.
I had a similar incident when I was doing my 24-hour race where I was going around the outside of a car and then a lap car was sort of on the outside of the corner trying to let people pass. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So that's the grab has been abused there through the build-up section. And Shaki
very close here between Jones and Shaki.
For the Imrak Racing Mercedes team, following the 2012 Motorsport, sponsored by Leadport, with a crossover of Leadport Racing, which is how Sarah Bufalova is on the grid here tonight. And 7 laps in. Can we just summarize what happened in 7 laps? We had a big crash at the start.
Phoenix is showing his true pace. Maybe he just wasn't quite able to find it in qualifying, or maybe Samuel on the medium tyres is just struggling with grip. But there's a pass there.
Martin Hell! I'm not sure if that was a punt or went straight on.
Phoenix is in the pits. Phoenix
very early. He's the first driver to stop. Maybe he's trying to go for the undercut.
He is on the super soft tyre, so sounds like
which tire is he gonna go on to? Can we switch the graphic to see which tire he might be putting on?
So we can see one stop as apparently Sarah's in the
Sarah's
pits.
also in. So drivers
And
are coming
Martin
very early
Hell
for
and
the...
Peter Jones is in as well. As Phoenix on the mediums, and Jones has gone to the super softs rather early. Oh no, he's still on the super softs. Interesting choice.
Phoenix on the mediums. That seems like a very odd choice for me. Maybe
he started on the super soft, so it makes sense because if he started on the super soft, he'd go for a medium after this.
No, I believe Sarah has switched onto the super softs, judging by the wheels. I would have guessed.
Because while the graphic hasn't changed, I'll try to go quickly back through the graphic and roll through it all. So we look at the tires now. No, she is on a set of old mediums apparently.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the guys at AWS have had absolute stinker here. And so if at least we know that he's on the mediums, that seems to have been updated. And,
this tire
coming in rather early then. I would have thought he would have stretched it to at least lap 12. But I guess the tires couldn't stretch to lap 12. So right now Samuel realistically has the track advantage. Question is, can he make use of his pace?
As we look, he has a 7-second gap to the next driver on track. That just shows how insane the paces of both Phoenix and Samuel that they were able to pull. Because they were both like within a second of each other, and it's insane they were both able to pull like 7 seconds.
Oh, Max Roma in the pits, so is Rydakov in the pits as well, changing tires.
As we see Samuel.
Oh no, Rydakov, that's a double retirement. A Lamborghini technology. That's a double retirement. So Lamborghini Technologies won't be getting any. Lamborghini technology might not be getting up the grid for the Constructors nor the Drivers Championship here tonight, which is of course a very sad news for them if you're a Lamborghini
big points losses there fan. For the team.
Yep, for sure. And some of your crosses for lap 10. We reached the lap. Actually, the half point of this race will be 16. So
6 laps to go, and then we're at the halfway point. As
but Imran is behind. He's still sticking to Peter Jones though, so that's good. Which I believe I've already got lapped. I believe they've already got a lap by.
Yeah.
Oh no, Timo! No, that's Max Roma. I think that might be. So Timo's in the pits.
As we quickly look at positions lost and gained, there are drivers in the pits at the moment, so it wouldn't be correct.
Oh, well, Will KB might be off.
Slowed there, it seems. There's still. He's one of the 3 drivers that are still yet to pit.
He's allegedly on the mediums.
So if we look at the gaps, they're not far off getting laps. You can see 18 seconds between Jason Milov, and I'm not sure how long a pit stop takes here, but if Samuel's been fast enough, it might be very close between him getting out of the pits and Phoenix.
Oh no, now it definitely will be. Look at the gap, how much it's stretched now. It will definitely be enough. And Samuel now sets the first. Oh, Peter has lost it, and Martin Hell has retired.
Can he keep it? No, he's gone backwards. And Martin Hell retired. Oh, interesting. He was running quite well there. He was in the points, so it's interesting to see him retiring. Maybe some damage he got on was too much, because I saw he was struggling a lot with the car, sort of losing positions every couple of corners. He would go off and lose positions.
Yep, and that's quite sad. And now we don't really have much of a battle going on, so not sure what we're gonna do for the next few minutes while the thing spikes up. So Antoine Robert. Antoine!
As we watch a couple of the
Antoine
struggling with the car, it seems, as that is the minty fresh car of Will KB as Antoine comes into the pit lane. Is this for a routine pit stop, or will this be for...
This must be a tire stop.
DNF, maybe. He stops for a tire change, and Casper Numet for It's Dame Racing actually. Passing Antoine there as he leaves the pit lane. So, Ben, have you got anything interesting to say? Have you got anything? What are your thoughts on how the race is going at the moment?
As a team principal for Breaking Point Racing, again a roller coaster. Someone went first. Antoine last. You know, another 25 points hopefully should be secured here tonight. But
maybe
Jesus, there's a beautiful battle right now between Romaire. Is that a battle? Yeah, that is between Romaire
and Will KB, because Martin Hell has retired. As we go live to what's his name? Otmar Zafnauer, team principal of Alpine.
What about
Alpine are having an interesting time at the minute, aren't they? In real life Formula 1.
The only interesting time I see is right now, right here on the... This is a beautiful battle right here between the drivers. They go side by side into the Variante, Tamburello chicane. Let's see who's gonna come out on top.
Will has the inside.
Inside in the lobby of the ground. And that's just slowed them down enough. Which very good defensive driving from Will KB though.
It looks like a wild card. Is that wild card driver? No, that's an actual driver. That's the wild card. Oh, there's a second spin.
That's 2012 for Sarah. 2012 of Sarah has spun it, and I think she'll be able to retain her gap to P6, but she's definitely going to lose sometime.
Is a driver, and our wild card driver here of Marek Nisht. He spun us. We didn't quite miss the move.
Jason in the pits. Jason in the pits.
Surprised Samuel's still going. It's been going quite long with these medium tyres with how the wear is. He's at almost half race distance, so maybe he might be able to pull out a one stop if he goes medium, depending on how long his tyres last.
You can't go medium. You have to use two tyres.
It will be interesting to see if he decides to go for super softs in the middle of the race, or if he goes and uses them at the end.
If I was him, I would have used them in the...
Losing lost position as Peter Jones is quite close actually to Imran Shaykh.
This battle has been going on for the entire race, I feel like, between killed right now between each other, and they're going side by side. Peter Jones has put on the gap, but Shark will be able to challenge him for the Imrak Racing Mercedes, and Jones finally gets ahead.
As Samuel goes and sets a fastest lap for him of a 20.299, I think that was.
So the tyres go still good pace.
Interesting to see, because lots of drivers have been struggling, it seems. Especially Martin Hell, he was struggling a lot, but he didn't decide to come into the pit, so maybe it was just the car, and maybe he was just... It wasn't the tyres, and you could tell that it was something with the setup that he was struggling with that he wouldn't be able to change. As Will KB is in the pits now, actually. It's Fulvio Phoenix in P2. Where is Samuel on the track? There's about a third of a lap.
Oh,
Jason's crashed. He's crashed.
Jason semi-spun it into Ravazza.
He spun it. Yeah, it seems to be into, because he was going very slow and still doesn't quite. There we are. It's a bit more.
But Timo for the Noah Benucci Racing Honda team is doing pretty quietly well in P3. Haven't shown him really much. He hasn't been coming to fight as much, and but he's quietly dragged his way up to P3. So great stuff.
As we look at Fulvio Phoenix. Is having quite quiet race, to be honest. The start of the race was very good from him. He was able to get past Samuel, but now everything's sort of calmed down a little bit for him. He's got a 30-second gap to the driver ahead, so we're still waiting on Samuel to pit. He's still out on track, and I can't tell. He might have stretched the gap between them actually a little bit. Samuel looks like he's further ahead on track than he was last lap. Yeah, because Samuel was sort of, as he was going through Aqua Minerale, Phoenix was about here, so he has stretched his gap more.
Yeah, for sure. And this is
Interesting.
definitely very, very interesting.
That's Samuel that I'm seeing. Yes, it is. He's catching a back marker here. Is that Imrak? That
Imrak,
is.
yeah, because he's a Mercedes McLaren, yeah.
I was confused because on my track he's only got one initial instead of.
Oh, wait. Is this gonna be lap 16? I think it is. We're halfway
There we are.
officially.
Officially
And of
halfway
course,
through the race.
and of course, with half the race gone, there's the other half to go. And,
Still half the race to go.
Oh, that's Casper and Romeo. I think that might be the wildcard entry out.
As we look
so
at
Antoine needs to pray for one more retirement to get points.
No, that was actually it's Dame Racing driver. As our wildcard, Marek Nish. I'm not sure he will be scoring any points actually because he is a wildcard entry.
Maybe.
So
maybe drivers. I'm not sure about constructors. We're gonna say that. We'll see what the stewards will make of that.
As Pete Jones is getting very close to Max Romer here. Could we see him maybe try to go for an audacious dive from miles away? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we have to wait and see.
As the gap has stabilized quite a bit between Samuel and Phoenix.
You could literally pit whenever he wants to, and he will still come out of the league. He's got 30-second gap to Phoenix.
It's only about 20, even like with a tire change and refueling. Can they refuel this week? Are they allowed to?
You can.
Yeah, okay.
For sure, you're allowed to.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he comes out because it depends how much he fuels for. Because I think he's just gonna run until the tank's empty because he seems to be fine with the tires because he's still keeping a consistent gap to Phoenix there.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely turning out to be an interesting fight here so far.
As we go to Jason, who has closed the gap a lot to Sarah, the Czech 2012 motorsport driver.
Oh, this is gonna be a spicy fight, I think. The debut of Sarah Mukhlelitov and Jason Milanov. Of course, you know who I'm gonna be cheering on, and this is gonna be very interesting now into the. It's definitely gonna be very, very interesting here into the Tamperella chicane. Will Jason get enough slipstream to potentially go and grab this slingshot? No, he's gonna have to back up. Oh, Rebecca's passed! Rebecca's passed Mitch! And he's up to Peter, and so the breaking point of the double points finished right now.
I might need to see if your drivers can have a bit more communication and help Robert with pace, maybe.
Maybe, but
oh! The car got very unstable at the exit of Tosa there.
That car control.
Very unstable.
That's amazing car control, though. You can't give him crap about it. I can't.
I think the last time. Oh, and he's lost it.
And Jason will be absolutely furious.
The only time I can think I've seen car control as good as that is Kimi Räikkönen at Hungary. What, 2016, 2017?
Oh, Robert might have gone off, I think.
He has.
That was dramatic at the
spin there. It was down a straight though, so I'm trying to think how. He probably ran
too much on the grass. Maybe.
As Jones is closing in on Romer again. Or still.
Billy Jones!
Samuel is still on track. He has not made a pit stop yet, I don't think. Unless we missed it.
No way. He would have a 30
No, he's still...
No.
Oh,
Jones is off at Tamburello!
Yeah, still 0 stops for Samuel.
The drivers right now making a lot of silly mistakes, and I can't contribute to why. Is it tire wear? Is it
Are we sure Samuel's radio is working? Is this going to be an incident where his radio isn't working, so he isn't hearing the call into the pit lane, and he may run out of fuel?
I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure he would have. I'm pretty sure he usually fuels, like he puts the whole fuel load, to not to refuel in the pits, only change tires to save time in the pits. But yeah, I think Samuel would potentially stretch the mediums, and they're going to see stuff the final 7 or 8 laps.
We're just gonna have to see who pits first, because Samuel has 7 lap older tires. Well, that's an interesting maybe tire cooling strategy there, because he seemed fully in control of the car.
By the way, did we just notice that interesting line from Peter Jones?
Yeah,
in the grass.
I was pointing out that I was saying interesting tire cooling.
And Jones in the pits, yeah. And let's see where that could potentially merge him. I think that would merge him in PA behind Sharkin. So we're gonna have another repeat of Jones to Sharkin. Oh, Sharkin is also in. So
as Antoine Robert using the grass there, are they on the same lap?
No, because Robert.
I think KB is
basically lap down. Yeah, KB is lapping actually. Yeah, I think you're right.
This will be a good point to see what the pit difference is, because there's about 32 seconds between.
Jones is already out. Look, Jones is already out. So
yeah, Samuel seems to be perfectly safe now. Even though Phoenix is faster than some of these drivers at the back, so.
I mean, Timo is catching Phoenix. Look at the gap. He's catching him.
And as that is the second stop. So there's an interesting strategy that some drivers are on their second stop and Samuel is still not come in yet.
He's just doing his best Lewis Hamilton, my tires feel good impression currently. I mean, he's right. Oh, there you go! He's finally in!
Samuel is in. As we watch Phoenix to see Will.
We need to see the race winning pit stop director. Can we switch the cameras, please? There we go. He's in the pits. And there you go. The mechanics.
He's already out.
Quickly put it on.
He's perfectly safe. So
he's so safe.
He's almost out, and Phoenix is in. Phoenix is in for his second stop. And Samuel has only done his first. I'm guessing he's on the super soft tire now.
He must be.
And Phoenix, he's going on to a second set as Timo has passed Phoenix.
Very interesting.
As we watch the tires to see if they change from what I'm guessing is mediums. No. Though the way the tires look maybe.
The tires are different for each car, I think. Like you have different lucky tires, so I can't really
Samuel's on super softs, but Phoenix is also on a fresh set of. Yeah, you can see Robert's also on super softs, but he's got the green line compared to Samuel's not having the green line. So Phoenix is in for a fresh set of mediums. So Phoenix has used both sets of tyres he needs. So has Samuel. So if Samuel can stretch these tyres 11 laps, that's a very comfortable win.
He doesn't need to push.
Can the super softs make it 11 laps before he's losing too much time per lap? Because while
he's having a 20-second gap, look. He's having a.
While Robert and Jones have both made the entire race, made most of the race at the moment on softs, it seems. I'm not sure how correct that is. That as Romer loses position to Jones there.
The 27 motors for the definitely got some pace for sure.
Yeah, definitely a strong team, but I think they just got unlucky at the start. And could definitely be a lot higher if there wasn't a major collision.
Oh, those are bringing a little bit tricky. Yeah, he ran a little bit too wide, and car just.
As the rear end steps out a little bit into there.
I mean, Ivanov has 8-second gap to the team who I think might be pitting again. So, it's definitely very interesting to see how this race will unfold. As he's going towards variant out of Pete Johnson. Let's see. Does it take as much car? Maybe the drivers should now just consuming their cars to the end of the race. And, trying to conserve the tires as much as possible and making sure that they bring the cars home for some decent points finishes.
A little bit of grass there.
Yeah, it's grass.
As you can see, our wildcard driver.
Fastest lap!
Lap of a 19.3.
So that's gonna be the full house of points, 26, if he keeps it up, and that'll be the championship lead, 100%. As Timo is in the pits, like I told you, and pretty much, unless some of you does a monumental bottle drop, I think he's won this Grand Prix. And I think Phoenix will jump Timo 100%. I don't think he's gonna be close, realistically.
Timo. No, I think.
Oh, he actually could. No, there he goes. He's gonna go. Yep. Yep, and there he's not even out of the pits yet. So
it's. I was thinking. I feel like Imola need to shorten their pit lane because that end part is just a bit too long. I feel like how France moved their pit lane line up a few sort of 20 meters or something. Not quite sure, but they moved it nearer to the end of the pit lane, and now drivers are losing like an extra 3-4 seconds in the pit lane. Jason Millenov is in the pit lane
again. So Supersoft on.
Sam Mill has an incredible pace. Phoenix is on his second set of mediums, I think. Just for I'm not sure what Timo's on actually. How about we keep tyres on pit stops as well? Lots of drivers have taken the 2-stop strategy, but Samil, he could be able to take to the end of the race on the 1-stop.
He will. That medium stint was. You saw it. Even like laps 11 and 12, he was still buzzing like on the surface.
And now it's just hopefully he doesn't take too much out of the tyres in this early portion of the stint.
I don't think he needs to. Look, he's short shifting it. Like, he's not pushing it like 100%.
Things that might be just how he prefers to drive the car, because obviously we've seen the rear end quite twitchy, especially out of here at Aqua Minerale. You don't want the roads getting too high. But yeah, Phoenix on the medium tyres oh my god, he takes so much curve there. It's just terrifying, hoping that a Charles Leclerc doesn't happen.
I mean, that's his preferred racing line, and as long as the stewards say okay, then it's okay.
It's perfectly fine as a racing line. It's just terrifying as a fan or a commentator watching, just seeing the car sort of like be completely out of his control as it jumps into the air.
Not the fastest lap, so the theory I said of him not pushing. It's not qualifying times. It's only 2 seconds of qualifying.
No, not quite.
It's 1.9 maybe? Close enough.
As our wild card driver is stopped on track.
Was that a mistake? Which means Antoine is back to the points!
He's just ahead of us now. He's going almost to Aqua Minerale.
And Phoenix posted personal best, but I'm afraid it's too late for Phoenix. Oh! That was the wild card!
That was our wild card driver, spun round. As Milanov passes Max Romer. Milanov has passed Max Romer.
So back up to P6 he is, and
Imran is very close to Will KB in the Minty Fresh car.
So the Imrak Racing with his own racer. This will be interesting. Tabarella. Oh, they're on the outside!
What a move!
Oh, beautiful! Absolute belter of a move.
He looks so comfortable with how he has the car in the setup, just taking it around the outside, knowing he has enough grip to just sail around the outside.
Yeah, for sure. Now heading into Tulsa now. And yeah, this is definitely very, very interesting race. It's a holiday tonight.
We look at the front wing of this car, and we have a visual bug.
No, that's the illegal moving into corner swing, which we've talked about last time with Kyalami.
Oh god, flexible front wing.
The flexi front wings, which should be banned. They cost so much in personal sport. Anyway, not jokes aside, like that's actually a visual glitch, and the team at VRC need to fix this car, even though they're not gonna because it's too old. Not jokes aside, it's a visual glitch. We can't do anything about it, unfortunately. But it is whatever. That means that at least indicates to us that he's hit the barrier at some point, which means that he's just.
Is that reminds me of like an old Hamilton helmet actually.
It's an old school Hamilton helmet, yeah.
You have an old school Hamilton helmet and then a newer.
This is a modern. This is a modern.
That's rocking
that's
sort of
his personal.
style.
I don't think. Yeah,
Phoenix?
that's Phoenix.
I think he lost it there through closer.
Sarah, that's the personal GTBQ plus
very nice design.
pansexual message.
Everything.
Again, personal design looks like.
Another personal design. Lots of the drivers being very creative with the helmets. That
is Gasly?
I'm not sure if it's Gasly. But
I haven't seen Yuki run orange.
But I thought Gasly had a French flag on his helmet at some point on it.
Maybe it's inspired. Yeah.
And then
Antoine Robert with a Fernando racing helmet.
And
that's a black helmet for the wildcard driver.
Is he stopped in the pit lane or is he just?
I think he's doing a pit stop. He might have gone to switch off and trying to steal the fastest lap point away from.
Yeah, as we're 5 laps from the end, Emil has only made 1 pit stop, which is a very interesting strategy with how high the tyre wear is. He's just...
Nah, but here is the thing. The reason why he's been able to get
away with the tyres like they are his child. Just so gentle with them, even though he's setting fastest laps. Yeah. As Milanov is very close to Max Romero, it seems to be these two drivers are having a very good race. As he's full lock left and right to get through.
That's what happens when you play keyboard, my friend. 4 laps to go. I can't wait to shout it again and saying that this time that some of you will be in the championship lead and potentially the constructors, I think, could be on the horizon here as well.
As Jason pits and Peter Jones also pits. Maybe he's just trying to cover off the driver ahead.
Maybe. this is going to be very interesting now. This will be just a 4-lap spread between.
Because you don't normally see drivers that are this close together sort of pitting.
Covering each other off, I guess.
Because
I mean, to be fair, with 4 laps to go, he couldn't get any more positions, could he? Jason, so.
I think Jason could have the pace to get P6, but there's.
Will KB off and Sharkin has gained the position.
Sharkin is the driver that gained position. Robert is a lap off.
Antoine again has had an absolute mare, but somehow he's in the due to all the retirement in this Grand Prix.
I think this is a retirement, sadly, from our wildcard driver there.
Oh, that's a shame.
As he lets his teammate through.
Which I believe will be second or third time, probably third.
Yeah.
This is looking like a Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen, Red Bull 2019 situation. Need to investigate. But yeah,
it must be so painful to see someone in the exact same car as you. You have the same chance of pace, and just like passing so easy. It must be painful.
This guy is quite tricky to drive though, my friend. It's not as easy as say, hey, give me one of those and I'll beat him. You saw how many drivers went on, so it's not like,
But you'd still think that drivers would chess out with each other in tips. But maybe they haven't, just Robert's like extremely struggling. I don't know, we haven't seen any 20 team communications. As we look at Phoenix, who's only about 3 seconds off P2, can he close that in time for the end of the race?
Maybe.
As this race is sort of on its way to come to a close, we have 3 laps remaining, or just over 3 laps remaining. Then, who, at least at the moment, who would you say is your driver of the day?
Well, I mean, who do you think I'm gonna say? Have a crack.
Without saying your own drivers.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Sarah. Sure, she might have had a couple of spins, but on your debut to come P4. Yeah, I mean, Phoebe Phoenix also again debuted on P3, chasing out P2, but I think Sarah just impressed with that a little bit more in qualifying for me to say, you know what, she's looking like to be a mainstay in this championship for 25 Motorsport. So I think that'll be my driver of the day. But then hopefully she appreciates the award. And if it's for me second, Phoenix, and then third, I'm gonna have to give it to Ash. I'm gonna give it surprisingly to Martin Hell. I mean, sure he retired, but up until he retired, he was yeah, he's already reported to the stewards that about Antoine Robert blocking him. So Robert might be getting the boot soon. You never know.
Just gotta say for my drive today, I have to say Samuel for my first choice, just because the fact that with what seems to be a lot of drivers struggling with tyre wear, the fact that he's able to not only pull a one stop but have so much pace and still be pulling time out of drivers behind. He's now 40 seconds ahead, and when he pit he was 30, so just the sheer pace of that man is crazy. And then I think second, Phoenix, just for how well he's coped with the car, because obviously it's not the easiest to drive. We've seen it through with a lot of drivers. You can see 4 DNFs and sort of giant gaps where the gaps
5 actually. There's Will KB pits in the last to pit anyway. Yes, we're on to the penultimate lap now, and yeah, it's definitely looking very, very interesting right now.
Yeah, because Samuel was setting 19, sort of similar to Phoenix. I think he's mid 19s, so, and then sort of Timo's setting 20. So maybe we'll see a last lap dash between Phoenix and Nathaniel.
Yeah, maybe. Could be very, very interesting. I mean, both drivers got the podium, so I'm not sure if they want to risk it. I mean, they can crash actually. They'll be able to keep second and third. I mean, we don't hope that they don't crash, but that could be a scenario that could play out here.
I'm not sure they'd be keeping second and third, because P4 isn't a lap down to Phoenix yet. Who's ahead of him? I am. Oh, that's the driver who's racing. Max Romero. So I think they might, if they were to crash, they'd probably be P5 and 6, because it seems Max Romero is still just about ahead of them. I'm not sure if that's Pete Jones. Pete Jones is behind them. Okay, so yeah, they'd end up 4th and 5th.
Yeah, I mean, we're on to the final lap now anyway.
Samuel is closing. I'm not sure he's closing enough to catch him, because he's only closed about half a second.
Maybe 3 more laps. Give it 3 more laps, and that could have been it.
Give the cooldown lap, and maybe he'll catch him.
I mean, the occasional bottle does come out.
As we are riding on boards, as actually we need to swap to our race leader, very soon to be race winner, as he exits the final corner.
And so Ivanov is the Emilia-Romagna. Yes, he has won the race as the drivers have across sector 2 pit time, which just shows the pure, utter domination. What do you say after that? Wrecked, savage, absolutely taken down. And yep, that is Aberg Shark finishing a lap down, and Antoine finishes a lap down. Sarah also finished a lap down, and the Phoenix would just not have enough time to gain on Timo. Timo, the winner for the last year's championship winner, we finished in P2, was 2KB, finishes the race, the lap down. EP now getting a solid 2 points for the team, and Timo's gonna cross the line now in P2.
And Phoenix
comes third.
As you can see, the last driver to cross the line will be Jason Milanov. As we just watch off board.
Jason, P2 down to P7, absolute stinker.
I thought he started P2 and then what was it? Phoenix P5. Oh. Big crash.
That's what I
just
like to
off the
call the
line.
keyboard failure. A keyboard failure has occurred, ladies.
As we can now leave the session.
And we're gonna interview, of course, the race winner, P2 in Imo, and hopefully we can get P3 in from Fluid Phoenix. If not, if that's not the case, then we'll try and get an interview from Sarah. If that would be the case, if that's not the case, we'll try to get an interview from one of the retirees from Marty Hell, probably. But we're gonna see who we get here to interview tonight. But yeah, some of you pretty sure he's now this breaking point team's gonna lead both championships.
Yeah, because that was another 26 points. So if I quickly just look at the standings. Oh, I'm not sure. 20, 40. Yeah, but it'd be close. There's only about 9 points between them because he'd be on 42 points. 52 points. He'd be on 52 points now. Which means that, yeah, you'd be leading both championships. Depends, how many points did Jones get today?
Jones got P5, didn't he?
Yeah, how many points P5? I'm not good at points. Not good at remembering things.
5 is 10.
10. Okay, so he'd be on 4. Yeah, he would go down to P3 because he still isn't quite past Haim. It's interesting to see that lots of teams have only one driver scoring points.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, double points finish for Breaking Point Racing. Corner cuts.
Did you get your 1 point? So Breaking Point Racing is now a team where they have multiple points scored over both drivers because Quail Racing has only Alex. DGP soon to be 2012 Racing will actually have both drivers in it.
Yeah. Anyway, Samuel is getting out of his car right now as we speak, and he should be joining us here on the interview booth.
Could you ask for the other two drivers as well for in a bit? And
there he is, getting out of his car. And Samuel Ivanov, absolute domination, asserted his dominance over his enemies here tonight. Absolutely smashed them, wrecked them. My question is, how the hell did you do a one-stop here tonight?
I drove really hard today, and it pay off. So
I'm trying to wrap my I'm still trying to wrap my head around how some drivers did 3 stops, yet you only did 1 here tonight.
Yes, I did.
But really how did you save that much time? Was it something mechanical?
What
technique? Sorry? Was it something some kind of technique? Was it just a car set up to save time? Where? So
actually, before the race, I called Checo to tell me how can I save the tires better. And it paid off. So thank you, Checo.
Well, that's great, of course.
I'm really tired also.
So now you're leading both championships. Breaking Point Racing is the leader constructor championship. How does that make you feel?
I'm very happy, very proud. Thank to Antoine to finish P10 today. He did great. Also, what can I tell you more? Actually, I don't know.
Just tell us.
It was a difficult race, to be honest. It wasn't easy to control the car and putting consistent laps every time. It wasn't easy, really.
I understand. So, next question I'm gonna have is the classic one. Who is the driver of the day without saying yourself?
I mean, the drivers were really far behind me, so I don't know. I think Nathaniel finished in P2, so it have to be him. But I'm also think about Phoenix because it was his debut. Not actually his debut. It's his debut still, but he's really fast. So Yeah.
Yep. Bob Samuel, thank you again for joining us then for the interview. By the way, before we go, not next weekend, but the week after, the debut of the Tunisian Grand Prix. Are you looking forward to it?
I will miss the Grand Prix, the next Grand Prix, because I will go to trip on holiday to chill out a bit.
Wow. The man is gonna celebrate his championship league by Alex
Yes.
By
Calm.
taking a
Just
week
like
off.
Alex just
How many points is the lead?
There's only 9 points in it.
How? What? Sorry.
There's a 9 point difference between you and Alex Helm.
Oh, 9 points. That's a lot.
anyways, thank you so
Well,
much.
still a lot of races, so it's not too late.
Yeah.
Bring the championship home
Yep.
at the end of the year. So see you guys and good evening from me.
Good night.
Thank you, Samuel.
Well, second place, we have Timo Netanyahu, who is also of the competition interviewed. So, the retaining world champion P2, is this a confidence booster heading into after the questionable races last weekend?
Yeah, last race P3, this race P2, and next race P1.
Next race P1 for the home crowd. Anyway, you were quietly made your way up to the field, and you didn't get much action today. Did it feel kind of just like a time trial session, or did you get some sense of adrenaline here?
Yes, yeah, it's a great car. This is you can remove the question.
No, it's just like, did it feel like you weren't overtaking? Like, did it just feel like a time trial session where you're just kind of lapping, or or was it kind of, did you feel bored at any point during the race, or?
Yeah, practice is stronger, and so for me, so more practice to a stronger race, and yeah.
Yep, understandable. Well, Timo, you did, I think, 2 stops at the end. I think you did 2 stops in the end, and I think it was a 2 stop, and some of you did one. So, was the tire wear really harsh on your car, or was it just the technique that you were using? I think that was the cause of the tire wear.
No. I mean, the two-stop strategy is faster, and my full rate is leave me, but I coming to pits, and yeah, but one stop, yeah, is an opportunity.
Yep. Well, Timo, who was your driver today without saying yourself?
Oh, driver of the day. Me from P6 to P2.
I said without saying yourself.
But Samuel is a win from pole position. But I think Peter is a very bad race. Sarah is a very bad race with crash on the Tamburello chicane in the first lap. I think driver of the day.
5, 4.
For Phoenix is a good race today. It's a good debut and it's a quick man, and yeah, it's nice to see good people to the championship. But the fight is stronger than last season.
Gotcha. Right. Thank you, Timo. Then also, Timo, before we go, next race weekend, we'll be introduced to the new circuit of Tunisia. And can you give us a little bit of rundown of how you think you're gonna do there?
Yeah, it's a great circuit. I was driving with my car on this track for the presentation lap. It's a great circuit. Yeah, we come back to the Dista, and yeah, but I think we have a good track, and this is a good opportunity. It's a night race, but yes, of importing.
Understandable, right? Thank you for the interview. Really appreciate it.
Grazie mille. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao.
And in third place, we have Fulvio Phoenix, who I'm not sure if he will be available to communicate with us. So we hopefully he can hear us at least and try and give us some signs that he's there and stuff. But if he's not here, then we will try to get one more driver in to discuss. Probably we could potentially get Sarah in for in P4. Let's see if she will be joining us. But yeah, Phoenix, you did a really good job tonight. P3. You did a very solid job here tonight. Sure. As we try to get in contact with Sarah here.
Might not.
We'll try to get 3-driver interview, but if we can't, then do you want to do the? We should do replay analysis of tonight because we want to analyze lap 1, really, don't we?
Yeah, I'll get that up for me quickly, so I can just sort of see what happened. Because that was chaotic. Sort of all of a sudden, someone crashed. I didn't quite see who, but something horrific went on.
Yeah. But how horrific was it? We need to see on the replay.
That's practice session. That's quality. Just about caught the race start there. That looked like a. I think I changed cameras a little bit too early there. But it looks like maybe one of the BG racing cars. Actually, up on stream. Yep. As we rewatch this quickly. Penny there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Just
cool. I second. Yeah.
So let's see and analyze what happened
From
here.
my opinion, we go frame by. Can we go frame by frame?
We're gonna have to slow it down in the YouTube and
quickly go frame by frame.
There you go. Look at the mint fresh car there at the back. He's already on the. That must be Will KB. I would have guessed.
But it looks like Robert there.
It looks like Robert would be Robert.
Yeah, it looks like Robert comes over, eclipses the Bijou racing car, and then if we carry on watching, does he just come over maybe?
Look at that minty
yeah, it looks like Robert
grass.
as he's come over, he's lost the rear end, gone into this wild card there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see now he 2 cars are sideways. But yeah, so the top 6 is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Top 8 seemed to get out of it fine, just about.
Yeah, but then you head into the Tamburello chicane where we saw even more carnage.
I think I just about cut away.
Because look, it's Sarah and so we went to that one and.
Yeah, I just about sort of swapped away and then I came back to it. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it was.
Might be bad on my half, but I think.
There you go. Oh, look, so that Sarah would be.
have a look.
That's
If I
would
come
be
out of that quickly, I can have a
Sarah's
look on to see if I have the actual race replay that I could play. Single should have it. If you scroll down, let's scroll up. There we are. VSC 2009 around Kalami. Race, there we are, so I can keep that quick. Yeah. Now if I play that quickly, this should be the race, and we can look at it from a bit of a better angle. We wait for the replay to load, and we stop watching me and watch maybe a car that was on track here. Yep, we just ride on board with not
Phoenix might have had. Let's go on Antoine. Antoine will be the best view.
Yeah, okay. There we are.
Here you go.
So as we wait for the lights to go out, everyone gets a good start.
Dude, that's a little bit. There you go. So now we're gonna see what happens. So, oh, he just breaks.
So yeah. That. If I stopped that quickly, there was.
That was Lamborghini technology. B.
Back it up a lot quick.
Rudakov, I would have guessed.
If we watch Rudakov comes on, which then off puts the yellow car, which then just causes big.
Is the Dame Racing wildcard gets away with it though? Yeah, Domino's.
Into the minty fresh car there. Ooh, just can't. Then we go up to the Tamburello chicane whilst that's happening. Let's see if any more collisions happen, which I think we're expecting. Jesus, there's a big old smoke there. Is that so cut off here?
We've got actually, before, can you pause it for a second? We actually got a live reaction from Sarah explaining that situation to Tom One. She said she got a fantastic start and I noticed that I could go alongside with some so I decided to go for it, but I didn't slow the car enough, misjudging and went wide over the curb and inevitably got hit from behind. So the main fresh car, spoiler alert, is going to hit Sarah here. So
I hope you quickly just go and see how the car
that right there, that right there is
5, 6, 7. That's a screenshot.
That right there should be a safety car TM.
Screenshot. There we are. Okay. Take the photo quick. Oh my. That is one hell of a collision, and as we quickly head back to the front of the pack, we just
somebody right there got lucky.
And there you go. Yeah, the minty fresh.
Martin Hell must be.
Is there any more collisions, or is it just that? Oh, I think Peter sees it. You can see going for the outside.
Yeah. No, he just.
Yeah, he gets on the grass and loses it.
Yeah.
Whilst she sort of she's got it going now. But yeah,
is that chain reaction with Jason? No.
He's kept off the line with this Lamborghini though. Yeah, that's fine. So it was just sort of the two 2020 cars getting each other a little bit off the line. As you can see, there are still drivers over there. Even like multiple corners after the collision, and the race just sort of unfolded from there. As there's the Breaking Point racing car still struggling to get back onto the track.
Well, that was really what we wanted to see really from the entire race, that turn one. You know?
We go back quick to see if anything happened through here. I don't think anything did. Apart from Peter coming back onto the track. Samuel. See what? Yeah, you can see they're side by side coming into the corner. Watch it quick. Side by side coming into the corner, and then oh god.
Mamma mia!
somewhat like the the British Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Sort of just carnage at the back, and we're just keeping an eye on the front. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit wide out of turn 1, and then gets hit by the Minty Fresh car,
Yeah.
and then sort of puts her teammate off, which just sort of it's an unlucky day for the 2012 motorsport. I want to screenshot because that is an amazing view to see. Yeah. Oh. And there we are. That is one hell of a sight.
Yep. So, I think we should wrap it up now. Shouldn't be, Ethan.
Yeah, probably. I'm sort of going off track and taking photos now, so yeah.
Anyway, this was the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Yep. We got a new chapter leader, Samuel Ivanov, and new constructor leader in Breaking Racing. We're going to be back here in 2 weeks for the debut of the Tunisia Grand Prix, and we're very much looking forward to it. And this has been me, Fenelin Zulov, commentating with pleasure for you tonight, and my fellow colleague of Ethan Mills.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching, and this will be the end of